Ethan Lee, a cold and ruthless CEO, hides a secret that no one outside. His family knows he has a rare allergy to women's touch. Even a brush of skin leaves him gasping for air and breaking into rashes. This strange condition has made him cruel, distant and feared in the business world. He lives a lonely life at the top, isolated by his own body. Meanwhile, in a busy street corner, Lily, a warm-hearted vendor, sells handmade food. She knows nothing about the powerful man whose fate will soon collide with hers in the most unexpected way. During an important business gathering, Ethan suddenly suffers a severe allergic reaction. When a woman accidentally touches him, chaos erupts, and his guards rush to shield him. In the middle of the commotion, Lily stumbles into him by accident, steadying his fall. To everyone's shock, Ethan doesn't collapse. Her touch causes no reaction at all. For the first time, his body accepts a woman's presence. Confused and shaken, Ethan stares at her, as if she's the answer to a mystery he has long tried to solve. Lily, however, simply thinks he's ungrateful and rude before disappearing into the crowd. After days of confusion, Ethan demands medical tests. Doctors confirm something impossible. Lily's touch neutralizes his condition completely. For years, no treatment, no therapy, no medicine worked. Yet a poor street vendor is his cure. The revelation terrifies him because it also makes him vulnerable. If word spreads, his empire could collapse, and rivals would exploit his weakness. Ethan orders his people to track Lily down immediately. At the same time, Lily continues her simple life, clueless that the most powerful CEO in the city is searching for her as if she holds the key to his very survival. Ethan finally finds Lily and, in his usual commanding tone, offers her a job, be his personal assistant and stay close to him. He makes it sound like a business deal, cold and emotionless. Lily, proud and independent, is offended. She refuses outright, calling him arrogant and heartless. Ethan is shocked. No woman has ever rejected him before, but he needs her more than she needs him. As she walks away, his chest tightens, not from allergy this time, but from an unfamiliar feeling of helplessness. For the first time, the cold CEO realizes not everything can be bought with money. Ethan's condition flares during a crucial meeting with foreign investors. He collapses, struggling to breathe. And once again, Lily happens to be nearby, rushing in to save him. Her touch stabilizes him instantly, shocking everyone present. With no other choice, Ethan offers her a contract that could change her life, millions, in exchange for staying by his side as his only shield. Lily hesitates, torn between distrust and the chance to lift her family out of poverty. Against her pride, she reluctantly agrees, warning him that she's not his property. Ethan smirks, but deep inside he feels oddly relieved. Lily moves into Ethan's grand mansion, a place larger than her entire street. Everything feels overwhelming. The marble floors, chandeliers, servants, and strict rules. Ethan, used to absolute obedience, finds her casual manner irritating yet strangely refreshing. She sneaks into the kitchen, talks freely with staff, and even scolds him when he's too cold. The CEO, who once lived in silence, suddenly finds himself surrounded by her chatter. Though he won't admit it, her presence warms his empty house. To Lily, however, Ethan remains an arrogant boss who only sees her as medicine, not as a real human being. One evening, Lily insists on cooking for Ethan, despite having little skill in the kitchen. The result is a disaster: burnt rice, salty soup, and a half-raw egg. Ethan, normally impossible to please, unexpectedly laughs at her clumsy effort. The sound surprises both of them. It's the first genuine laugh he's had in years. Lily smiles, teasing him, while Ethan quietly realizes that her presence does something no medicine ever could. It makes his heart lighter. For the first time, the cold CEO feels something unfamiliar yet comforting. He begins to question if she is more than just his cure. On a stormy night, paparazzi surround Ethan outside a hotel, demanding answers about his private life. Just as panic rises, Lily appears, shielding him with her umbrella. Rain pours heavily as she takes his hand, leading him away through the crowd. For the first time, Ethan doesn't care about cameras or gossip. He feels safe with her. When they reach the car, both are soaked, shivering, and staring at each other under the dim streetlight. The air between them is charged, And Ethan realizes it's not only her touch that soothes him, but her presence, her courage and her warmth. Just as Ethan begins lowering his defenses, his fiancée by arrangement, Isabella, returns from abroad, elegant, powerful and calculating. She reminds Ethan of his duty to their family's alliance. When she notices Lily, jealousy boils inside her. She sees Lily as nothing more than a shameless intruder who dares to challenge her place. Isabella plots quietly, masking her venom with fake smiles. Lily, however, feels out of place in Ethan's luxurious world, especially with Isabella's sharp gaze always watching. Ethan, torn between obligation and growing feelings, remains cold, leaving Lily confused about where she truly stands in his life. Isabella manipulates Lily, warning her that she's destroying Ethan's future and reputation. Lily begins doubting herself. Maybe she is just a burden. When Ethan lashes out at her during a stressful meeting, her heart shatters. That night, Lily packs her belongings, tears up the contract and disappears into the city. Ethan discovers her absence and immediately feels the emptiness. Without her, his allergy returns violently, leaving him bedridden. He realizes too late that Lily wasn't just his antidote, she was his lifeline. Yet his pride holds him back from admitting the truth, and his world starts crumbling without her. Ethan abandons his pride and begins searching the entire city for Lily. He orders his men to comb through streets, markets and bus stations, but she seems to have vanished completely. His condition worsens with every passing day, but he refuses hospital treatment. His assistants beg him to give up, but Ethan's cold heart has melted too much. He cannot live without her. For the first time, the feared CEO is seen wandering the streets alone, desperate and vulnerable. His empire waits anxiously, unsure if their powerful leader will ever recover, both in health and in spirit. After weeks of searching, Ethan finally finds Lily at her small market stall, selling food with her usual warm smile. The crowd gasps when the powerful CEO suddenly appears, grabbing her hand in front of everyone. To their amazement, he doesn't collapse. His allergy fades instantly. Ethan ignores the whispers and paparazzi flashes, gazing only at her. "It's you. It's always been you," he says, voice trembling. Lily, overwhelmed, doesn't know whether to run or stay. In that moment, Ethan doesn't care about his image, his company, or his wealth. He only cares about the woman who healed his soul. That night, Ethan confesses everything. He tells Lily about his fear of intimacy, his condition and how her presence changed him. For the first time, he admits weakness, vulnerability, and even loneliness. Lily listens in silence, torn between her growing feelings and the fear of stepping into a world where she doesn't belong. Ethan takes her hand gently, promising he doesn't want a cure anymore, he wants her. But Lily hesitates, worried his confession is driven by desperation, not love. She leaves him with a heavy heart, unsure whether the cold CEO truly loves her or just needs her. News of Ethan's allergy leaks to the media, spreading like wildfire. Investors panic, and his rivals launch attacks on his company. Isabella uses the scandal to her advantage, calling Ethan unfit to lead. The board begins questioning his authority. Just as Ethan's empire trembles on the edge of collapse, Lily makes a bold move. She publicly defends him during a press conference, declaring that his condition doesn't define his strength. Her words touch thousands, restoring faith in him. For the first time, Ethan sees Lily not just as his cure, but as his partner who stands unshaken beside him. Isabella, furious at Lily's growing influence, strikes back. She secretly allies with Ethan's corporate rival, planting false evidence that makes Lily appear as a gold digger using Ethan for money. The media explodes with accusations. Even Ethan, pressured by the board, begins to doubt Lily. When he confronts her coldly, Lily's heart breaks. "You still don't trust me," she whispers, leaving him in tears. Ethan watches her walk away again, realizing he has hurt the only person who ever stood by him. His condition returns with brutal force, but this time, the pain isn't from allergy, it's from betrayal and regret. Days pass and Ethan drowns in guilt. Without Lily, his empire feels meaningless. He tries to continue working, but his body collapses under the strain of illness and loneliness. His board prepares to remove him as CEO. Meanwhile, Lily struggles to forget him, but her heart refuses to heal. Despite everything, She still loves him. Ethan finally admits to himself that he doesn't just need her touch, he needs her heart. Determined, he begins investigating the truth behind Isabella's lies, vowing to win Lily back not as her master, but as a man ready to change for love. Ethan uncovers Isabella's betrayal, documents, recordings, and proof of her alliance with his rival. Enraged, he exposes her publicly, destroying her reputation and freeing himself from the arranged engagement. But victory feels hollow without Lily. He races to the train station after hearing she plans to leave the city for good. In the crowd, he spots her. Breathless, he blocks her path, begging her to stay. Lily, tears streaming, tells him love cannot survive without trust. Ethan kneels before her in front of hundreds, confessing his love, but she turns away, unsure if she can forgive him yet. Determined not to lose Lily again, Ethan shuts down his corporation for a day and organizes a massive free food market in her honor, feeding thousands of poor families. He names it Lily's Hope, telling the world she taught him compassion. The grand gesture stuns everyone. In the middle of the event, Ethan kneels before Lily, apologizing publicly for his mistakes. "I don't want a cure. I want you," he declares. The crowd cheers, and Lily, overwhelmed, finally sees the sincerity in his eyes. For the first time, Ethan isn't the cold CEO. He's simply a man in love. Lily forgives Ethan, but warns him love must be built on trust. Ethan promises to prove himself every day. When they embrace, his allergy vanishes permanently. Doctors confirm what his heart already knows. His condition wasn't just physical, it was emotional, born from fear and trauma. With Lily's love, he is healed completely. The once cold and untouchable CEO now holds her hand openly, no longer afraid of intimacy. Their bond becomes unbreakable, shocking his enemies and inspiring his company. Ethan has finally found the missing piece of his life. Not power, not wealth, but Lily's unwavering love. The story concludes with Ethan and Lily's wedding. The once feared and distant CEO now smiles freely, holding his bride's hand without fear. As they exchange vows, Ethan whispers that she is not just his cure, but his only addiction. The man who once rejected touch now craves only hers. Their love story becomes legendary, a reminder that even the coldest hearts can be healed by warmth, and even the most powerful men can be humbled by love. The curtain falls on Ethan and Lily's journey, sealing a future where his only addiction is the woman who saved his soul.